Okay, so a little bit of an update on Bitcoin is right now the weekly time frame still needs more downside, but the smaller time frame, such as, well, I don't know if it's a small time frame, but the daily chart looks good to me. The 3-day chart looks good to me. Oversold in the stock RSI, and to me, the bearish divergence already played out because you got a slight move to the downside, but you're still holding the pattern, basically just going sideways on the higher time frames. The 2-day time frame, again, oversold. The daily time frame, same situation, except the daily. You know what I don't like about the daily? Is when you zoom all the way into the stock RSI, it never got completely oversold. Usually, these get all the way oversold. Down here, that's where I like to see it. So this could be a fake out short term, and then the stock RSI comes a little bit lower on the daily. But overall, the daily does look, it is oversold nonetheless. So, and you're at the bottom of the channel, so I don't expect much more downside on the daily. So as long as Bitcoin holds a weekly support at $65,500, I've said that for at least 2 weeks now. As long as we hold that level, I'm looking for more upside longer term on Bitcoin, such as the daily to the weekly charts. But the daily super short term might need a little more retracement to get completely oversold for a healthy move to the upside again. But again, you're making a higher low. The previous low was 60,000. Now you're, as of right now at least, we're trying to make this new higher low at 64.4, and we did lose 65.5 short term, but you got right back above it. So again, as long as we don't have a weekly candle close below 65.5, I'm more bullish on the longer term time frames. Again, I'm looking more longer term now. I'm not doing as much short term trading. I am just not. If we look at the 12-hour chart, the 12-hour chart is getting the move up on the stock RSI, so that is a good sign for the bulls. You did have bearish. No, wait a second. Let me remove all my drawings. Okay. Yeah, so we don't have any bullish divergence right now. The 6-hour chart right now for Bitcoin, again, made a lower high, but again, the higher time frames look really good to me. The 8-hour time frame is getting overbought, which I don't like either. The 4-hour time frame, that's another lower high. So the 4-hour time frame, the 8-hour time frame doesn't look great. Even the 12-hour, it looks a little sketchy of how fast it's getting overbought, but I really like where we're at on the daily to the weekly, and those are the time frames I'm really focused on right now. So short term, we could get a little more downside action because the smaller time frames, like 12-hour and less, are making lower highs, but again, the daily is about ready to reverse probably in 1 to 2 days. So as long as you hold 65.5, I'm looking for more upside. If we go zoom back out again, the measure move out of this target, out of this bull pennant, we'll even look at the 2-day chart. The measure move out of this bull pennant is pretty crazy. My measure move is $101,683. You get that from using the last local high to the last local low, and really, that should be the measure move right there. That's probably even higher. Yeah, that's even higher than that. So really, my measure move is actually almost $105,000 on Bitcoin. If that does play out, it's going to be several months because it is using the daily to the weekly time frame, but that's what I'm looking at for the longer term picture. So as long as Bitcoin stays above 65.5, super long term, in the next 3 to 6 months, I'll say I'm looking for $100,000 Bitcoin. If you lose 65.5, then I'm looking for lower targets down into 50K range, but we'll talk, we'll cross that bridge if we have to. If we don't have to, I'm not going to discuss that. The first move to the downside, the first major support, I guess, would be 57K, and if we go down that low, I will talk about the targets below that. But for right now, that's kind of what I'm looking at on Bitcoin, and that's my update for you guys. If you guys enjoyed this, well, I don't know. I will be live on Saturday. It will be an earlier stream. It will be like 3 p.m. Central Time. So I will be live just a little bit earlier than normal. I'll see you guys in the live stream.